Don't necessarily mean that there is something out there that they're going to beat you to stop you, or they're going to kick you to stop you from not committing a crime. It means that what deterrence means is that there is enough reason for you to believe that if you commit a crime, that you are going to be arrested or prosecuted or convicted. There is enough just by virtue of you doing something wrong, you think that the police is going to come. That's deterrence. If you don't do it, then you just got deterred from doing a crime. So it's a concept, but it's real. It is the same reason why you don't drive down the street. God forbid, speed at speeds that are going to hurt other people in the accident. Right? It is deterrence. So this zero tolerance is in place to help to build up deterrence. Get it? So if you are afraid to walk across the street, you just got deterred without a pedestrian crossing. If you are afraid to ride your bicycle at speeds beyond 25 miles an hour in a public place.
It's 6:47 in the morning here at Broadcast House 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 4:47 a.m. in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
Today's world is filled with noise and confusion, yet through it all, you've heard God's voice. You've felt it in your life, at times deeply. God loves you. God speaks to you in your thoughts, in your heart, and to those living prophets during the general conference. Come, hear the words God has.
On Saturday, October 5 and Sunday, October 6. Improve your child's performance with the Children's Zone, a treasure chest of learning and fun, all in one place. Captivating stories, mind-bending puzzles, amazing discoveries in every subject area, and developmental activities. Each issue of the Children's Zone is the door to endless learning and fun.
In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go, shine.
Thanks for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm, and in this early morning segment, we're sharing with you a couple of blogs by Leo Gilling, the convener of the Jamaica Diaspora Task Force Action Network, JD-TAN for short. So let's resume listening to that recording.
They are going to ticket you or prosecute you. Everything, whether it's by fines or the prosecute. Heavy fines. If you're driving the car, the taxi, and you have one person over the limit, if you're supposed to be 5 in the car, you have 6, you get a $10,000 bill, that kind of thing. Right? So, building up to what zero tolerance does, it helps the police to implement more strict deterrents for you to obey the law. That's what deterrence does. So, what the zero tolerance is just a matter that we are not going to put up with you. It doesn't say that we're going to box you up, kick you, and use and gun punch you and talk to you in an uninformed manner. That's the way to say it. You know, it just says that they're going to be strict on the rules. Because there's another theory that's called the broken window theory, right? The broken window theory actually says that if you're in a community and environment where you see rundown buildings, cars, and stuff all over the street, dirty street, it is a place that encourages crime. So it says that if the community is run down, this conduct is close by. That's what the broken windows. And so broken windows, along with zero tolerance policing, is great because New York City, between implementing the broken windows and the zero tolerance fears back in 1990, in the early 1990s, when crime, serious crimes, when serious crimes were heavy, it was high. In fact, murders were like 2,600 a year, right? In New York at the time, Brooklyn and Queens and Manhattan, heavy crimes. And there was a
Hey,
guy by
Dervan,
the
thank
name
you
of
so
Bill
very much.
Bratton.
Let me know
And that same
if you would like to do next weekend. I
gentleman
am actually
I forgot his
in
name.
Los
He was
Angeles,
with,
going back to Utah
he was an
now.
attorney
And
for
so this
Donald
morning
Trump
might be
recently.
tricky with the air
But they
travel, but
worked together to
definitely
implement
next weekend.
the zero
Or if you want
tolerance
to do on the
and
air during
also
the
the
week, let me
broken
know.
window policing, where if you're jumping a turnstile, police now make you go, queue and ticket by your dark code. And you might have a misdemeanor by your anything that if you double park and triple park, they are taking you to the court. They are going to prosecute you. As long as they see you. And what that does, what that did over time, between 1990 and 2030, serious crimes went down from 2,600 a year down to 300 a year. But everything has to come to an end. They found the broken windows policing. They debunked it because they found it to be one that encouraged police officers
Or
to,
if you want to
to
do
do
on the
things
air
that
during the
were
week, let me know.
excessive. For example,
Hey, Dervan, thank you so very
there was a
much.
time
Let me know
when
if you
there
would
used
like
to
to do
racial
next weekend.
racial
I am
profiling was really
actually
rampant.
in
And
Los
numbers went up
Angeles,
high.
back to
So
Utah
the court
now.
actually
And
came back
so
and said,
this
hey,
morning,
we gotta stop this. Let's stop the broken window policing back in 2013. But some people think that it it was directly related to and a causal effect between the broken windows and the zero tolerance policing. There was a causal relationship between that and the reduction in crime. Um, Unproven, but during that time, crime went down tremendously. And so it works, or it worked. So some people say. But don't let anyone misunderstand uh, the difference between militarization of police. That's when police use excessive force to implement thinking that that will be the deterrent factor versus um, versus zero tolerance. Zero tolerance, just making sure that the law is strictly and you don't get a break, you don't get warnings, they take you to court, they prosecute you, and they fine you heavily for this. And so if you know persons, now listen, I am not telling you this so that you go and face a police officer. You know it's a rule. I don't do that. The best thing to do when a police officer stop you is to comply. Be as nice as you can and be as quiet as you can to make sure that the interaction is positive. All right, this is Leo Killing, and thank you for listening. I hope you have a wonderful
You're listening to Leo Gilling's blogs here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online, Power 106 FM. Let's take a break and come back.
Power 106 FM, the digital sound, and now reaching you in more ways. Listen to us on 106.1 to 106.9 on the FM band. You can also listen to us on the Power 106 FM app, which you can download on the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. You can tune in on your mobile phones by dialing 631-359-8281 if you're in the US. And if you're in the UK, you can dial 0330-606-0953. Plus, listen to us on onespotmedia.com and the One Spot Media app, or log on to go-jamaica.com. Power 106 FM, where all views can contend, giving you powerful talk radio in so many ways, on air and online.
Both sides of the story.
Confidence in those who serve, especially in the public sector, is vital to Jamaica's progress towards Vision 2030 and beyond. Many people have quietly and diligently given sterling service over the years to the benefit of many Jamaicans at home and across the world. Power 106 FM.
Both sides of the story. Tune in to Power 106 FM for the longest running religious calling program on Jamaican radio, The Prayer Line. Join Pastor Harold A. and his team as they offer spiritual guidance and intercession grounded in biblical doctrine. Hear powerful testimonies from Jamaica and around the world. The Prayer Line, a source of support and inspiration in these trying times. That's The Prayer Line on Power 106 FM, Sundays at 6:30 p.m. Join us.
Amen. You shall give it testimony. You're on the last side.
Join Dr. Herbert Gale Mondays and Tuesdays.
If you don't sit down and make an overall investment in your human resource and you keep just allowing your very best to go, you are going to end up weaker.
And tune in to Simon Crosskill from Wednesday to Friday.
The majority of people in Jamaica are good, decent, honest, hardworking people. What we are doing is we are allowing a minority to control the narrative.
Featuring The Bottom Line with Ralston Hyman, the best public affairs banter on Jamaican radio.
Everything is connected. If you have more of your people employed and you're operating at full capacity, you're supposed to be getting more output, not less.
It's Power Talk, weekdays 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Identifying challenges and finding solutions in a globalized world. Make it a date. Join us.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
7 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's midday in Bamako, Mali.
Yes, sir. The bite from the farm store around the corner. It's the most effective low phosphate ammonium butter on the market, and it is safe to spray between crop rows using a spray shield. Listen, need to go tell the farmers who focus right now. Lifeline herbicide, an unselected contact herbicide that controls hard to kill weeds like nutgrass and whitehead. Be safe, read the label, wear your PPE. Lifeline, distributed by Carrion Chemicals and available at farm stores island-wide. Contribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora. Wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go, shine. You need to know, shine. Anything you want to be. You give me hope. Shine. Oh, shine. Shine.
Okay. Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm, and we are delighted to have joining us Mr. Wayne Dawkins. Wayne Dawkins, are you there?
Yes, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. All right. For those who don't know all the details, can you give us an idea of your background and how you have come to be in Jamaica participating? Sorry, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, I mean, I was born in Kingston. I was raised in Canada, and then played basketball. I got a basketball scholarship that, while in Canada, I got a basketball scholarship that took me to the U.S. And then so I spent some time in the U.S. before returning to Canada with a degree, and a bachelor's degree in education and sociology was my concentration. And, I really wanted to focus on community building. I did that through my role as an educator, but also as a coach in the basketball community. And while in the basketball community, developed a number of programs, basketball programs, events, and things like that that really help young people stay focused. And many of them went on to be very successful. Andrew Nicholson, he got played, drafted to the NBA, and familiar with Tristan Thompson, who played in my program. So had a number of successful athletes come through our programs. But the key thing, what we saw was, we were able to create structure in our communities. We were able to bring wealth into our communities, through the success of these athletes. And so when I was visiting Jamaica in 2019, I visited Jamaica several times, but in 2019 I met Dave Black. He's a PE teacher and coach in Montego Bay, and I asked him about basketball in Jamaica, and I realized that it didn't have the same kind of structure, and it wasn't having the same kind of impact for the youth in this community. And so I offered to help, and we established our academy here, Phase 1 Academy here in 2019. We established a charity here as well too, and so for the last 5 years we've just been really focusing on developing youth basketball programs. We have travel teams, we take kids overseas, we have local events where we bring in international teams. So these events that we saw help kids in North America. We realized that if we can structure those activities and bring them here to Jamaica, that our kids here would have the same kind of opportunities, especially considering it's the exact same type of athletes. we were mostly immigrant Jamaican athletes that were succeeding in Canada. So we did the exact same kind of kids. So that's fast forward to that's where where I'm now. So now I'm here back based in Kingston again, and running our programs out of Phase One Canada. That's Phase One Academy here in Jamaica.
Yes. And what can you tell us with respect to the level of interest that you you have encountered since you started the Jamaican leg, so to speak?
It varies. When it comes to the youth, they're excited. Jamaicans love basketball. They love, we love sports. We're great at sports, and basketball is no different. Basketball, when you look at basketball, these kids see themselves in these basketball players. Young, black, athletic, run, jump, wealthy. Basketball is one of the trendiest, most popular sports. It's not football. It's not king like football or track, but it's very, very trendy, and so our kids love it. It's an easy game to get together and play. You just need a ball and a space, and and a rim. So it's not an expensive sport. You don't need any kind of big equipment. So the interest is there at the youth level. The parents appreciate it. They appreciate the structure and the opportunity for the kids. I think the challenge is the greater community because there's no infrastructure. There's very little infrastructure in Jamaica. We don't have the indoor courts and things like that in North America that they use to develop their athletes and the training equipment. So the biggest, the biggest challenge in terms of support really is once it comes to a government or a corporate level that sees the value in investing in a sport like basketball at the youth level, but at every other level, even the diaspora is very excited. You got Jamaicans, a lot of Jamaican descendants that are in North America that have grew up around basketball. So that excitement is there. So we're definitely starting to see a rise in the support and the excitement around around the game of basketball in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm. And is it exclusively for the young men, or are the young ladies invited as well?
Oh yes. We've done several programs for the young ladies as well too. Netball is doing a great job though, so that's the thing. Netball is queen. So a lot of the young girls that would be interested in basketball are the ones that are already engaged with netball, which is a good thing. So it does make it a little bit challenging to attract young female basketball players into our programs. But the interest is still there because a lot of those netball girls are also looking for opportunities to learn the game of basketball as well.
Mm-hmm. How ready are your players? How prepared are they? Do they have the resources necessary?
No, not even close. I mean, the resources. I mean, when you look at North America, these kids train in indoor gyms 5, 6, 7 days a week. 2, 3 times a day. They have indoor arenas. They have equipment. Shooting apparatuses that rebound for them. They can take thousands of shots a day. I mean, it's just wouldn't even be fair to compare. Our kids. We have. They play 10 games of outdoor basketball. A year outside of our club. We don't have indoor gyms, so playing, it's rare. The couple indoor gyms that we have in Jamaica, we try to use that. It's a completely different game indoors. It's a faster game. You can take charges, dive on the floor. There's things that you can do on a board floor that you can't do outdoors. How you stop, start. So we can only get them to a certain level before we have to move them into an environment where where they can get the same type of training that their peers in North America are getting. It's not that it's not an impossible time But what happened before was if you were 6'8" or 6'10", somebody would come and take you out of Jamaica and bring you to North America. But the other 95% of the kids who are not 6'8", 6'10", no one was giving them an opportunity to develop and get to a level where somebody might be interested in taking their development a little bit further, taking their development the rest of the way. And we look at it that way. Our responsibility as Phase One Academy is to prepare them as best as we can. So more of them can get an opportunity now to be put into a situation where their development can be taken further, as opposed to, trying to, with limited infrastructure, try to make them on par with their peers overseas that are in way more secure conditions.
How would you what did I want to say? How how would you characterize the rate at which your athletes are finding their place on the court?
Yeah, I would say it's rapid. And it's rapid because even though I said we lack the infrastructure here, because of our superior athleticism, Jamaica, our athletes, when it comes to running and jumping, which is the core of basketball, there's no greater athletes in the world than you can find in Jamaica. So once we expose them to the condition, the type of training, and we run indoor leagues now. We do our training indoors at least 2 times a week. We travel, and so now we travel overseas and we compete. So we send them to camps overseas. So what we've seen in a very short period of time, a rapid growth in them, and we do anticipate that as we improve the infrastructure here, we probably won't even have to send them. We'll probably, be able to get them on par with their peers at an early age, without them having to even leave. But for right now, the growth has been very rapid, just because we started changing the conditions locally in which they train and compete.
Is it fair to say you carry them all the way, or at least try?
That would be the goal, and the goal would be to, when you're involved with athletes, for the purpose that we are, it is a lifelong journey, because these are athletes that we want to see take Jamaica to the Olympics one day, so we want to be like Puerto Rico and DR and some of these places where their athletes stay with them even when their athletes leave to go to North America and play for other schools and universities. They always come back and they play and they represent their country, whether that's in our clubs or whether that's in the national team program, or in our event. So it is a lifelong journey, that we plan to take with them. So the short answer to your question is yes. We plan to see them right through until they reach the highest levels of basketball. We may not be the only ones on that journey with them. We may be sharing that journey with other institutions and trainers and schools and programs, but we definitely will be a part of them, part of their journey.
We have just a few more questions for you, if you don't mind.
Yes.
Can you hold the line, please?
Yes, no problem.
Okay, one moment, please.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
7:15 in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 5:15 in the morning in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
Today's world is filled with noise and confusion, yet through it all, you've heard God's voice. You've felt it in your life, at times, deeply. God loves you. God speaks to you in your thoughts, in your heart, and through living prophets. Listen to those living prophets during the General Conference of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Come, hear the words God has for you.
Live on Power 106 FM on Saturday, October 5 and Sunday, October 6.
In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. Our guest on the line is Wayne Dawkins, Phase 1 Academy, the Jam Rockers. Can you give us a little more definition with respect to how your program is structured, this and related matters?
Structure to really is that from the grassroots up. So we have a mini golf program that we started recently, and that's for youth, 6 to 12 years old. And we are based out of Kingston, Montego Bay, and St. Anne, Trelawney, and Manchester, with Kingston and Mobay being our flagship. Mobay is our flagship location, but Kingston is our other big location. So we have our mini ball program to introduce. We offer it as an after-school program, and also it's a weekend program. Then we have our general academy. That's for boys and girls that just want to train and learn the game. They meet twice a week, and then we have our travel teams, our boys and girls that are serious about the game. We help them get visas to travel and go compete in the U.S. And that's year-round. Our programs go year-round, 12 months of the year. And then we run the Jam Rockers, for example. So the Jam Rockers is a that we host in Mobay for international teams. And it's growing, becoming very big. Everyone wants to come to Jamaica, but never, but for basketball, without the infrastructure, people weren't coming to compete and play. But, we're changing that. We moved the ball we moved the wooden court into Montego Bay Community College. And it drew NBA players, Draymond Green, it drew NBA players to it, and then it started to draw teams to it. So we started using that location as a place where we could run international events in order to raise the level of play here in Jamaica and bring exposure to the game here. So, so we run events, leagues, youth leagues. We pretty much do it all. I was the junior national technical director and coach. I'm currently the World University Games, FISU Games, technical director as well at the university level here in Jamaica. So, I wear a few hats that are outside of Phase 1 as well too.
Is this what you dreamt of in terms of what you're doing now, as opposed to what you positioned yourself to achieve?
Yeah, you know what? Part of it is a dream. I think the Jamaica part is a dream. I mean, when I left here in Jamaica at 3 years old, our family would keep us connected. So it was always a dream to be able to impact Jamaica positively, be able to take, what I work for me and, as a child and, like through youth sports, and be able to bring that back to Jamaica. So that part is the dream come to fruition here in Jamaica. When I see kids running around playing in leagues that, that I help, start and camps and traveling and going on airplanes for the first time in their life and, having incredible experiences that are life changing. Like that's the dream, doing that for Jamaica. Everything else is what I do. I've been doing for 30 years, so to structure a league, to organize a travel team and tournaments and and the impact it has on the community, to me, is not a surprise. It may be a surprise to other people, but we all know that if we put, we invest in our youth and we put them in structured activities, they're going to flourish. Our children only get themselves in problems when they don't have structure. I should say only, but our children are much more susceptible to getting themselves into problems when they don't have structure. So so the part that is seeing that good fruit of our efforts is not the dream. It's the rules. We're just following the rules of how to take care of our community and take care of our youth. But Jamaica's a dream for me to be here and be involved in this way.
And well, surely it there are costs involved. I'm just wondering the sustainability of the programs and training sessions, etc., in and
Yeah.
out of season. How is that going?
Okay. I mean, well, it's been rough. I mean, that's the reality. But I mean, when you're community building, especially with youth and in our types of community, you understand you have to, first, you have to if you build it, they will come. So you have to build in such a way, that you can sustain it. So we build things, based off donations and volunteer work. I mean, a lot of programs fold because they're the heavy bulk of their donations and the families, what the families invest goes to staffing and operations, and very little goes into making sure that the programs are running. But so for us, that's we're heavy on the opposite side. The bulk of what we raise and if there's a fee attached to what we do, the bulk of that goes into the programming and making sure that we follow through with the programs that we say that we're going to run and be available for the kids. And so we'll continue to do that for as long as we can until corporate or government or anyone else steps in, and then we can invest more in our operations and our staffing. But for right now, our staff and the way we operate is very, very efficient. So that means what little donations that we get and fees that we can collect goes goes into the running of our programs.
Mhm. And what's the rest of the year looking like in terms of the work of the organization?
Well, it's multifaceted. We have kids that we obviously we have to deliver programs for. So our day-to-day training and development of the kids is something that we put a lot of time into, and that will be there. Let's travel our travel teams, our leagues, putting our time there. But the other part of it is, the normal parts of business. We have sales and marketing that has to be done, and a lot of our sales and marketing is in around showing the good that we're doing, and also soliciting, donations, whether that's through, getting gear and equipment and shoes and balls, getting those things donated, as well as finding people in the diaspora who are willing to sponsor children and sponsor programs. So that's a lot of work goes in that, and we have major events which we're like the Jam Rockers next summer, that we're trying to use that as a vehicle to bring in corporate and government support. So that we can use those events almost like a lighthouse to kind of shine a light on all the rest of the good work that we're doing. So that so that's it. It's we're a full scale operation with when it comes to sales, marketing, and operations, the delivery of our programs, things like that.
Mhm. So I take it I don't know if you had mentioned that in terms of exchanges or other similar engagements as a means of creating a greater level of awareness and ultimately needed resources.
Yeah, you're talking about the international teams, like bringing in the teams from
Right,
US.
right.
Oh yeah, that's huge. That's what our Jam Rockers tournament is. It's a way of getting the international basketball community connected here with the Jamaican basketball community. There's a lot of wealth, and there's a lot of other benefits that will the tourism side of it, we've really been engaging the tourism board with the benefits of that. Jamaica has the Jersey Mike NCAA tournament that they bring here that the tourism board has invested a lot in because it'll bring in, bring heads to beds for them. But when you look at our youth tournaments next year, we're looking at moving it to about 24 teams, and at least 2/3 of those teams or more will be international. So that's young people who bring mom, grandma, uncle, auntie. We have one team where they have a family member that's playing a full family reunion of about 80 members in around our tournament. So, we have, there's a lot of benefit that we can bring to Jamaica through that tournament, for different sectors of government as well as the youth as well.
So to what extent are you able to say whether conversations with the movers and shakers in the field, that those are being looked at, those are being considered, or it's, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, for 5 years we've been pushing, let them know phase one is this and what we can do, the impact we can have. So I don't think there's too many of the movers and shakers, especially at the government level, that are not aware of the work that we're doing. We're very popular when it comes to social media, and within the diaspora, people are well aware of us and the things that we've accomplished. But I think from a local business and local government level, it's still very much there's still very much a little bit of a ceiling that we have to break through, where it's a combination of proving ourselves as well as developing the right relationships that will come on board and give us support. But I don't think there's a lack of knowledge or awareness of who we are, is just based on people that I've spoken to personally. So I think we're getting that point. We're kind of breaking through that ceiling, and we're hoping that this coming year is going to be our most fruitful year in terms of building those relationships and getting that support.
Well, we want to wish you all the very best in your pursuits, and we trust that the word will continue to go viral, as they say these days, in a good way. Thank you. Respect to you too. Bye-bye. You too. Bye-bye. So you are listening there to Mr. Wayne Dawkins, the Chief Executive Officer of Phase 1 Academy. That's P.H.A.S.E, the numeral 1, or the number 1, and the word Academy. That's the brand, Phase 1 Academy. So we're moving on now here on your program, the Jamaican Diaspora, live online on Power 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. And we have some fundraisers that we are looking to showcase and to feature as they seek to raise funds to support organizations in Jamaica and the diaspora, the resources of which comes back to Jamaica. So that is coming up. So we're gonna go through some of those, and then we'll continue after the break.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
7:30 in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 3:30 p.m. in Kyiv, Ukraine.
Today's world is filled with noise and confusion. at times deeply. God loves you. God speaks to you in your thoughts, in your heart, and through living prophets. Listen to those living prophets during the General Conference of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Come, hear the words God has for you.
Live on Power 106 FM on Saturday, October 5 and Sunday, October 6.
In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere.
If anything, I can offer the main part that always edit. You can always put on in it's fine. The dance will come need to know. I don't know why you know anything you want to be. No, they just look like cricket program. It look like it's way able to come. You give me hope. I don't know if they got a partner for Fernie because normally
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. Still to come, the Jose Marti Alumni Association New York chapter. We also have to highlight some of these, or as many of them as we can, these fundraisers that serve to benefit students and adults alike right here in Jamaica. So there's a 3K virtual run charity event. So you can run, walk, and give back as while donating a computer lab to a school in Jamaica. And this is scheduled for the 12th of October from 10 in the morning until 11. So from 10 to 11 a.m. at Cullen Central Park City in Whitby, or run from anywhere. And you can register by getting your tickets at www.3krun.ca. That's www.3krun.ca. And let's see. So here, the Grace Kennedy Jamaican Birthright Program is also being featured and showcased to encourage applicants to take advantage of this opportunity. It's the 2025 internship, and they're accepting applications until the 30th of November. So you can check that out. Visit bit.ly/GK Birthright to apply. So that's the 2025 internship for the Grace Kennedy Jamaican Birthright Program, accepting applications now until the 30th of November. Toos Dinner Dance is also another fundraiser, scholarship fundraiser, and that's scheduled for this evening. The doors open at 6:30 and dinner at 7:30. Music by Juiceman Jonathan Shaw. It's $100 Canadian dollars per ticket, and $750 Canadian dollars per table. And you can purchase your tickets by e-transfer Educate, Genext, and it will all happen at the Galaxy 707 Club, 475 North Service Road East, Oakville, Ontario, Canada. So moving right along, the Arts and Culture Jamaica Inc., under the patronage of Mr. Kurt Davis, Jamaica's Consul General at Toronto, presenting a literary evening, and that's Thursday, the 17th of October at 6:30 in the evening at the Consulate General of Jamaica, 303 Eglinton Avenue East, Toronto. Presentations by Dr. Mary Ann Chambers, former politician and author of From the Heart. So that's Lillian Allen, Toronto's poet laureate and dub poet. So the event takes place on Tuesday, the 8th of October. And we wish you well in your initiative. Here's another. This one from the Jamaica Foundation. It's there, and this is in Hamilton. The Jamaica Foundation Hamilton Annual Banquet, scheduled for Friday, the 18th of October, 2024. Admission 100 Canadian dollars. Cocktails at 6 in the evening. Dinner at 7:15 in the Michelangelo Banquet Center, 1333 Upper Ottawa Street, Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Music by Supercharge Sound. For tickets, contact June 905-546-7509. And yet another of the events, this one is the Pan-African Credit Union Initiative, PACU for short, or PACU. So this one, the Pan-African Credit Union Initiative Advisory Committee, inviting all to complete a brief survey as part of a research project that aims to explore how a Pan-African credit union could foster financial empowerment and Black economic mobility in Ontario. And so for those who fall into that category, your input will help identify financial needs, challenges, and shape future services. The survey will take approximately 5 minutes to complete. If able, you can also share among your networks. Thank you in advance, they say. Next up, the Canadian Jamaican Club of Oshawa. It's their 44th anniversary banquet, and they're encouraging us to save the date. The Canadian Jamaican Club of Oshawa, many cultures, one people. Admission, 100 Canadian dollars. Ajax Community Centre, 75 Centennial Road, Ajax, Ontario. Part proceeds to benefit the Canadian Jamaican Club of Oshawa Scholarship Fund. So the event starts at 6. The doors open at 6. The event starts at 7. It's scheduled for October 19th, the 19th of October. And there will be live entertainment and dancing. And let's see. Another of the events, the 18th annual Jamrock, the Spirit of Jamaica, Palais Royal Ballroom, out of many, one people. Essence of Mind Outreach is also on the hunt. Stimulus is their event. The 11th annual fundraising gala, scheduled for the 19th of October, in support of mental health. Early bird tickets, 80 Canadian dollars, buffet style dinner, fashion show, live entertainment, raffle, silent auction. The keynote, there'll be a keynote speaker as well. And yeah, that's that one. Also, the MICO Alumni Association annual banquet and scholarship fundraiser. Those are on the table as well. That's scheduled for Saturday, the 26th of October. St. Peter and Paul Banquet Hall, 231 Milner Avenue in Scarborough. Comedian Nago Morris and DJ Corey. Miss Letna Healing Hope Fundraising Brunch is another of the events, highlighting the good fight, fighting the good fight. Funds donated to Scarborough Health Network's centenary site, the Jamaica Cancer Society, and Taibu Community Health Center. That's for Sunday, the 27th of October, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Performances by Dave McLaughlin, Anika, Latoya Mullings, and Nairo Creations. The keynote speaker, Dr. Ulana Kawun, and will be hosted by Marcia Brown, founder and artistic director of Marcia Brown Productions. Also having a big event, Kingston College Old Boys Association Toronto chapter. That's the Kingston College Old Boys Association Toronto chapter, presenting an evening of elegance. It's their annual reunion and awards banquet, scheduled for Saturday, the 2nd of November. MC Dwight Barrelman Ross, DJ Night Flight with selector Barbican Honoree Jerome Henry Foundation. It's at the St. Peter and Paul Banquet Hall, 231 Milner Avenue, Scarborough, Ontario, Canada. Cocktails at 6, dinner at 7, entertainment and dancing. The Jamaica Ex-Soldiers Association will tell you about their fundraiser in just a moment.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
15 minutes to 8 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. which means it's 5:45 in the morning in Los Angeles, California.
Today's world is filled with noise and confusion, yet through it all, you've heard God's voice. You've felt it in your life, at times, deeply. God loves you. God speaks to you in your thoughts, in your heart, and through living prophets. Listen to those living prophets during the General Conference of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Come, hear the words God has for you.
Live on Power 106 FM on Saturday, October 5 and Sunday, October 6.
We've been going through the fundraisers in the diaspora, more precisely in Canada, and playing our part in sharing the information between both Jamaica and the diaspora. After all, the funds come back, well, or come to Jamaica. The funds are sent to Jamaica to do work. It's all part of the process. So the Jamaica Ex-Soldiers Association are presenting their 32nd anniversary fundraising banquet and bursary awards. It's scheduled for Woodbine Banquet and Convention Center. That's at 30 Vice Regent Boulevard in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. That's on Saturday, the 2nd of November. Mix and mingle from 6 to 7 p.m. Dinner, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Entertainment featuring the Resolution all-female reggae band. Music by DJ Hycon. Prizes and surprises. Advance tickets, 100 Canadian dollars. 110 after the 19th of October. Autumn Bingo is another of the fundraisers in Canada. The JCOBAC presenting this fundraiser Saturday, the 2nd of November, 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. And then we have the Citizens for the Advancement of Community Development, Transforming Communities, the CACD International Decade for People of African Descent. It's their ID Pad Excellence Gala, addressing the importance of social justice and equity for people of African descent, scheduled for November the 9th, 6:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. At the Mississauga Convention Center. You can get your tickets at info@CACDC. That's info@cacdcanada.org. And then we have an evening of hope fundraising gala. And this comes up on the 3rd of November, 6 o'clock in the evening, going on till 1 the following morning. And it's at the Panemonte Banquet and Convention Center. That's at 220 Humberline Drive in Etobicoke, Canada. Tickets, 100 Canadian, early bird, 120 regular. And a reminder to apply to intern in Jamaica in summer 2025. All expenses paid. Eligibility criteria: second or third generation Jamaican, aged 18 to 25, studying in the UK, US, or Canada. The deadline is the 30th of November. You can visit bit.ly/GK birthright to apply. Father Holong and friends presenting their Caribbean Christmas program. Jamaican 5 tenors. Saints Peter and Paul Banquet Hall, the venue, 231 Milner Avenue in Toronto, Ontario, happening on Sunday, the 15th of December, 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. The next event is the St. Andrew Old Girls Association Toronto chapter. They're calling all past students in the Greater Toronto area, and participation. The association needs help with participation, volunteers, donations, fundraisers, and drives, etc. And the students are encouraged, or the alumni encouraged to give back to their school in any way that they can. And this call has been out there for a little while now. St. Andrew Old Girls, what's happening? And the Feed the Future initiative is still on. That's the Food for the Poor Canada, because sadly there are students at the university level who fall short in terms of sustenance. And so let's see, just bringing up some more of the information here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online here on Power 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. And so thank you very much for taking note of the various happenings in the diaspora. So that's from Canada. Those are the upcoming events. Do support them. There are fundraisers. So let's see, as we continue with more on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. It's an opportunity as well to look at the work that is being done at an institution like Hosemati Alumni Association, New York chapter. And we are looking at some other information here. on the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. And what is this now? The submit and other messages that have been posted, and we're looking at some fundraisers, some more fundraisers here, taking a while to upload. And as soon as that comes up, we'll go straight to the information. And that, while that is happening, we'll continue with more on the Jamaican Diaspora live online. So there's an organization called JAMLEO, JAMLEO, and they're having their second annual gala. So as the leaves turn and the chill of autumn begins, they say, to set in, there's no better way to warm your spirits than by joining a celebration of community, heritage, and achievement on Friday, November 1st, 2024. The Jamaican Diaspora is invited to unite for an unforgettable evening at the second annual Scholarship and Awards Gala hosted by the New York Police Department, Jamaican American Law Enforcement Organization, JAMLEO for short. So that's another of the major fundraisers in the diaspora, more precisely in Canada. Those are the events we have featured, the ones in Canada, because we haven't seen anything out of New York in a while with respect to those fundraising activities. And we'd still have the UK in terms of, well, not having heard from them in a little while. So let's see. All right, so just enough time to go to the break and come back with more here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106. And we are standing by for our next segment here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. And looking out for a couple of bits of information. All right, let's go to the break and come back.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
8 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 10 a.m. in Hamilton, Bermuda.
You're listening to Power 106 FM.
In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud, despite our challenges at home.
And she says the volume of the callers and the advertisements is very low. All right, we have to fix that. Inez Ayona Campbell Murray says, good morning, Mr. Dervan, viewers and listeners. Good morning. Angela Josephs, good morning to you as well. Sixth Without Heels, afternoon. Well, this person is in a different time zone, saying, afternoon, Dervan, my family all across beautiful Jamaica. I love you all. Love, Gaia in cold London, England. Thank you very much. Sorry to hear. Hope it's not too cold for you. But thank you for updating us. Norman Hines, good morning to you as well. Thank you very much for tuning in. And listeners all over and in the Jamaican diaspora. Let's see. Jose Marti, New York, saying good morning, Dervan Malcolm. Happy Sabbath to you and your listeners. Jose Marti Alumni Association, New York, Incorporated. J. Manny. Jeannie Chambers is also greeting us. Welcome, Jeannie Chambers. Good morning to you. Sandra Christie Brown saying good morning as well. Thank you. And earlier on at the outset, Marlon Hill reminded us, especially those in the US, 30 days remain for elections in US. Deadline to register to vote is this Monday for many states. And Peter Barkley says, good morning, Mr. Dervan and all listening. Good morning, Peter Barkley. Thank you very much for your message. Thank you for your listenership and support here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online. So we continue with more here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. And this is where the diaspora at home and abroad get together and share notes in a manner of speaking, and also to get an understanding of what's been happening, if not within the week, then at some point close enough. So that continues, that trend continues. There are some facts that we always like to share from time to time, which should always give us pause for cause. And this is it's estimated that there are more people of Jamaican heritage residing overseas than the approximately 2.7 million people who live on the island of Jamaica. Of those in the diaspora, at least 1.8 million are based in the United States of America, with a majority, 750,000, located in the state of Florida. Some 650,000 live in the UK, the majority concentrated in London, while 300,000 are based in Canada, the majority residing in Toronto. Over a 10-year period, the diaspora has contributed in excess of 20 billion US dollars in remittances. According to the World Bank, diaspora annual remittances are responsible for approximately 16% of Jamaica's GDP. A study by the Caribbean Policy Research Institute, CAPRI, published in 2017, stated that current diaspora remittances translate to approximately 25% of gross domestic product, GDP, when the overall impact on the economy is factored in. Capri also suggested that should the government of Jamaica establish a mechanism for engagement with the diaspora, this contribution to the economy could rise to as much as 35%. Additionally, the World Bank estimates that the Jamaican diaspora savings is worth approximately 5.4 billion US dollars and having a purchasing power nearing 40 billion US dollars. Inflow of remittances into Jamaicans is estimated at US 2 billion annually, approximately 15% of the gross domestic product, GDP. In fact, the remittance sum of 2 billion. We need to take another look at that figure, because there was a peak, went up closer to somewhere between 3 and 4 billion. But we need to check with Capri and the other research teams to see what they came up with. So we want to thank you very much for your indulgence here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online, Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. And we are always happy to hear from our friends at the Hosemati Alumni Association New York chapter, Jay Manny. And we are usually updated on how things are going at the institution, at the school. And so we have had some encouraging news of achievements at the institution. So we're going to connect with the representative of the organization. We're just making sure we have the information that we're supposed to have. Yes, we do. So we're sharing the information here. And all right, so let's say hello and welcome in just a moment. Yes, let's welcome. Just making sure we have everybody here. So we are going to say good morning and welcome to First Vice President of the Hosemati Alumni Association, and that's Sharon Smith. Good morning, Sharon Smith. Thank you for your patience. How are you?
Good morning, Dervan.
And
you and your listeners.
good morning. And thank you.
Doing great.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay, so how have things been since the last time we got a briefing as we continue to track the development and the growth of your beloved Hosemati?
Good morning. There's lots of stuff going on, and with me on the interview should be one of our beneficiaries, Miss Rosalie Jones. Not sure if you're.
Yes, we have that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, Hosemati Alumni Association have been thriving, as we would say.
Mm-hmm.
We are moving from strength to strength. Lots of things got done, and we are more focused now on getting our library at the school upgraded.
Mm-hmm.
So renovating the library.
Okay.
We also have some, success where our mentorship program is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
So we had 4 graduates this year that went on to college.
Oh, wonderful.
We have Ms. Tamira Jarrett and her two sisters, Tia Jarrett, Dusty Coleman, and Tatiana Price.
Mm-hmm.
All 4 sports personnel at Otomargi. Actually, Tamira captain the successful netball team. She's now at UTEP doing law, along with her sister Tia, also doing law. Tatiana into computer science and Shaggy in business administration. And we have the Rosalie who's on, who has completed studies at UTech in finance and international business.
Well, let's say hi to Rosalie. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, all of these students have
Mm.
come up through the program that Jamani offered, the mentorship program, the breakfast program. They all benefit from this program, and we are extremely happy about the success of the program and the difference that it has made to all these students that have benefited. And we just don't want to stop there. We want to assist more students on a more broader scale, and that's why we embark on doing the library, renovating the library.
Mm.
And we have Mr. Supper Brand from the Jamaican Diaspora that assisted us with equipment, laptops, getting laptops and next computers for the library. So we did the library on stages. We did phase one where we painted, made control circulation text, expand the computer room by putting in, converting a window to a door. We purchased air conditioned units for the computer room, and we have 25 desktops that is on its way. We already sent off, and they already have the laptop in possession. And so
So who will be getting those?
they will all be going to the library because why Dervan
Mhm.
learned that a lot of students who didn't have computers, laptops, or tablets to do their SDA at Automatic Technical High School were at a disadvantage because they don't have it at home, and the library was not equipped. It was more of a shell of a library. And so many of these students were not able to do their SDA. And when we learn of that, from the librarian, Mrs. Annette McDonald, we thought that was just a sad story and we should do something about it. The reason why we get all these tablets and laptops, they can all, and computers, the students now can set up appointments to go to the library with their teachers to work on their SPA.
Oh.
So the library, sees about 1,000 something students per week. Different classes make different appointments throughout the day to have their students work on their SPA.
Okay. And to Rosalie Jones, are you still with us?
Hi, good morning. I'm here.
Morning. Thank you very much for joining us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online. What can you tell us about your last, what do you call it? It's your last year at the school, or is?
Yes, the
Yeah.
last year.
Mm.
Okay, good morning again, everyone.
Morning.
To the listeners. So
Mm.
I'm Rosalie Jones,
Yeah.
and my last year at Jose Marti was the best because I didn't go to sixth form. I didn't continue with sixth form because what I wanted to do didn't require me doing sixth form. So I only took my CXBs and then I went on to university. Now before that, in grade 11, I was the top student. And
Congrats.
thank you. And I did 9 subjects in CXB where I came out with 6 1s and 3 2s.
Mhm.
And that was all thanks to the support that I've received from my mentor from the Past Student Association. And I was just, I was just, I was not an average student because I always challenge myself to be more than just the average. I always strive for excellence, and where I'm able to do that, I will take on any opportunity to, you know, literally be the best.
Mhm.
So it was my last year was very good because I achieved the 9 subjects that I wanted, and I am so proud of myself because during that time I didn't have to worry about the subjects being paid for or anything because, as I said, I had my mentor, right? And she was the one who paid for my subjects. And so I didn't really have to think about any financial struggles or worry or anything. I just went on to do my studies and complete my exams. And, you know, it was really stress free for me due to that. So, yeah, it was a good one for my last year.
Mhm.
And I really am proud of all that I've achieved today.
Right. But overall, how would you, in a word or two, characterize your time at Jose Marti?
Okay, so my time at Jose Marti. So literally my high school provided a solid foundation, not just academically, but
Mhm.
also in fostering leadership and critical thinking skills, right?
Mhm.
And so the mentorship that I received from teachers and the network of past students, you know, it has really been instrumental in guiding my professional and personal development. And so I would say I've benefited personally and professionally, which, you know, it has helped me to navigate various challenges throughout my career, even to now. And so, yeah, it has
Mhm.
been a really good journey, and I appreciate all that they have done and the support. It is really vital because it literally um, contributed in a way where mentoring students and offering internships or even supporting scholarships to provide financial assistance. You know, this kind of engagement not only would motivate students like me, but it also gives them access to valuable networks and opportunities that they may not have otherwise. So, yeah, it has really been a good journey.
Mhm. And are there particular individuals? I don't want to put you into get you into trouble, but individuals who you would like to highlight as being contributors to the your achievements thus far.
Okay, so for one, my mentor, Miss Marcia Hamilton, she has been with me from 8th grade right up to 11th grade. And so I would like to highlight her for her immense support that she has, you know, put, like, she literally um, encouraged me to be the best and to do my best because, you know, it is, your best is literally the best thing that you can put out there, right? So she has mentored me from 8th grade to 11th grade. And I would also want to highlight my teacher, Miss Keisha Ford Walker. She's also a part of the Past Student Association. Um, Miss Walker, she also mentored me as well, and she was also my principal of business teacher, and also for other subjects that I have done at Jose Marti. And there are others, but yeah, I would like to highlight those two.
Yes. And thank you so much, Rosalie. Stay where you are.
Okay.
Let's find out from Let's see now. Wanted to ask Miss Smith, Sharon Smith, about the the year, what the year has been, this final year has been like so far with respect to achievements coming to, and the extent to which this has been a better year or a not so good year or otherwise.
Okay, Dervan. I'm just thinking you're talking the exams and so on,
Yeah.
or the program.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. This year we had achieved some really, really good, outstanding achievements. Surprisingly, some of our students in the mentorship program have really done exceptionally well. And as I say, to our surprise, because we know some students who are, they're doing good, but then you would expect, some probably average mark. But we've got some excellent performances from, I can, go to one particular young man. I always talk about him, and upon hearing and seeing his results really got me emotional because when he came into the program, he was just not settled, He was just all over the place. He was average student. He had some other extra, little baggages to his, thing. And, we had was to talk to him like several times and so on. A point where we were like, you know, it doesn't look like he really wants this. Maybe we should just, leave him alone. And Mrs. Ford Walker, Rosalie Joseph mentioned, said, you know what? I'm going to work on it. I'm really going to work on it. And so herself and other teachers at the school work on him. Because this young man was from one of those financially challenged neighborhood. His father died, his mother not working. And he was just, waiting according to the young people, you know. But upon seeing his result, this young man turned around his life, and upon seeing his result, this young man came away with 9 subjects, Dervan.
Wow.
9 subjects, four one, including in that 9 subjects. So, at times we would, as I said, we would have got frustrated with him because of all the other, little baggages that come with him. But he had made a 360 degree, and I want to commend the teachers at Osamarty Technical High School because I know this young man personally. I have spoken to him since he came into the program since he was in grade 8, And as I say, I want to thank all the teachers, the mentors, and everybody that worked, with this young man and have him, turn around his life and realize, that he has a bright future and he can make a difference, And so with that, and there are other subjects, but I really wanted to point out this young man to show that, some of these kids just need us to spend a little more time with them, show them we care, show them we want them to succeed, and that's what program has been doing for these kids at Martin Technical High.
Hold it right there. We need to take another break. Thank you very much. This is the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106. I'm Dervan Malcolm. More in a moment.
Listen to Power 106 FM. The time is now.
It's 8:30 in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means It is 2:30 p.m. in London, England.
Wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. And so far we've heard from Sharon Smith, first Vice President, Jose Marti Alumni Association, J-Mani. We've also heard from Rosalie Jones. And did we hear from Donovan Wilson? Let's see if Mr. Wilson is there. Donovan Wilson, good morning. How are you? Okay. All right, let's fix that in just a moment. As we get another voice on the line for today's edition of the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. And it's so encouraging to hear to hear what's happening at Jose Marti. And we'll continue to encourage these youngsters. So we'd like to recognize the hard work of members of the school community and the family or families of the students and the members of J-Mani, Jose Marti Alumni Association, New York chapter. Sharon Smith being first vice president of the Jose Marti Alumni Association, New York chapter, and Rosalie Jones, a beneficiary of the Jose Marti Alumni Association New York chapter mentorship program. She benefited from the mentorship program. She has gone on to the University of Technology, where she majored in finance and international business. And so the other person we haven't heard from just yet, the other guest, is Donovan Wilson. But we'll let you know if and when we get him on the line. In the meantime, hello to Stafford Grant. He says, good morning, Dervan, and everyone listening, especially the people living with disabilities. Our Caribbean Disability Conference in Grenada will be October 9 to 13 of 9 to 13. And the conference will be streaming on Facebook for information. And let's take a music break and come back in just a moment.
In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online, Power 106 FM. And Garfield Nicholas says, "Good morning, Mr. D. I'm listening out for an upcoming interview that you're supposed to be doing this morning with my niece from Hosemati High School in Jamaica." Well, we hope you heard it, Garfield, because it's been happening. Andrea Rowe, good morning to you as well. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's a pleasure to have you join us on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online. Stafford, we read that one already. And let's go up the line now. Okay, so we have cleared. Looks like we have cleared the messages for now. Thank you very much. And still on board. So can you give us an idea of your trajectory right now, Rosalie Jones? Where do you see yourself heading at this stage of your life? Rosalie?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay, so I see myself as a financial analyst, even though I have finished my studies in finance at UTech. I'm also planning to do my chartered financial analyst license, my CFA, and that would allow me to be more structured into the role of a financial analyst. So I see myself completing my CFA in the next 3 years and going on to doing another degree in another business area. I'm yet to think about that, but I have it in mind to complete another degree pretty soon. And, for my career wise, I hope that I would gain a position that aligns with my career goals and just be very professional and giving back to my high school as well, because I am about to join the association because I want to give back and assist others who are wanting my shoes so they can, be a better version of themselves when they graduate as well and to go on to greater things in life. So that's where I see myself.
Yes. Nothing wrong with that. You're well positioned for greatness.
Thank you.
Oh, it's a pleasure. All right, let's see if we can get in another word now from Sharon Smith. Miss Smith, still with us?
Yes, I'm still here, Dervan.
So, what's on your agenda going forward as far as J Manny is concerned?
Okay, good question. So, Jamaican is hopeful to complete the library project within the next year. We have, a balcony to include the expand the library. The large population over 2,000 kids, to expand the library by exposing a balcony that is there, getting some electrical work to accommodate all these computers and laptops and to get a few more air conditioned units the school, so that the computers can be well kept. Next year, Jamali will be celebrating 10th year anniversary. So we are looking forward to, a 10-year celebration next year, with a church service, barbecue, and, maybe a banquet or official event to commemorate the 10 years. Jamali is also involved in, Otomarte will be 50 years, 50th anniversary will be celebrated in 2027. We're also in the planning of our 50th year anniversary collaboration with other alumni association. We're still continuing to work with the Christopher Grant and the Jamaica Northeast Diaspora team um, to assist in more areas of the school development. We are continuing on the mentorship program. And for the breakfast program, we have got another partner in Mr. Past Student, Mr. Ron Silvero, CEO of and owner of Torpedo Loans at Penn Luxury Airbnb and car rentals. He has come on board with the breakfast program, which we are elated. The more the merrier, the more we can afford to give to the students. And the program is really a very good program that, a lot of kids benefit from. Mr. Silvera also, as a CEO and as a business student of Otomarty Technical High School, he also took on almost 30 kids to mentor into the business world, his world. So he's literally going to mentor those 30 kids, to show him how the ins and outs of his success. And that is such a big plus on these aspiring business students of Martin Technical High School. So we want to thank Mr. Silvera, for that. We know the class of 1984 donated. We had worked with them and they had donated the music to the music department. And so the continuation of, putting a band together is in full progress. Dervan, I understand these kids are practicing, and also already have a culture, successful have been successful in the heart. The Marty was awarded the top dance, the top dance school this year at the Marcus Garvey ceremonies. And so the rich culture of the heart continues at Otomarty, and we hope, to expand in that area to do more for that era also. And, the netball, the sports program has been going. We always have a good, a successful year where netball is concerned in more recent years. They just won the It's a Rally recently and have won their first game. The football team continue to do their thing. They just won a game yesterday against Fedon. So the holistic approach that Jamal is taking seems to be working out. And because of the success of these programs, we have had past students from different angles, whether it be a class or an individual, coming on board to make this a more, generalized alumni thing, in these programs that are being so successful.
Indeed.
And
One moment, please.
ahead.
Remember what you're going to say. I'm coming back to you in a moment, but we need to take a break, please.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
15 minutes to 9 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 4:45 p.m. in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.
Shareholders in Regular Jamaica Limited, please be advised that our next annual general meeting will be held on Wednesday, October 23, 2024, at the Terra Nova All Suite Hotel, 17 Waterloo Road in Kingston, commencing at 10 a.m. Notices of the meeting, along with a cover letter and the form of proxy, have been mailed to shareholders in Jamaica as required by our rules. You can download the full annual report document from our website, rgrgroup.com/publications, or the website of the Jamaica Stock Exchange. You can contact our office via WhatsApp number 876-356-3184 and share an email address if you would like the annual report sent to you by email. Alternatively, you can collect a copy of the report at one of our offices at 32 Lindhurst Road or 7 North Street in Kingston, 23 Orange Street in Montego Bay, Shop 16 Point Plaza in Ochery in St. Anne, or Shop 9 Midway Mall in Mandeville, Manchester. That was a notice to shareholders of Regular Jamaica Limited regarding the upcoming annual general meeting scheduled for Wednesday, October 23, 2024 at 10 o'clock at the Terra Nova Hotel.
In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora, live online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. We see a message here from Garfield Nicholas. Garfield Nicholas saying, thank you, Dervan, for your program and to the station for allowing you to air this program so I could get the opportunity to listen to my niece on her interview on her past high school. Well, indeed, which means you both as students will now transition to the category of past students. So that means you'll have more hands of assistance, you think, maybe, in terms of the other students moving on?
Yes, we are actually instituting them, what has been done for you. We want you or we should to come back and do the same for the next generation.
That's right.
Encourage them to join any one of the alumni. It doesn't matter where they are. They can join with the Yamani, Jansa, the local chapter. If they are overseas, in London, we have a chapter there. So wherever they are, there is an alumni group that they can join. But I wanted to go further and stand, because we couldn't do this without our supporters, without the school, without members of the diaspora community here in the Northeast. We could not have done any of this. We are a member of UJA, Union of Jamaica Alumni Association. We could not have done it without UJA. UJA facilitated the mega drawing, and that's where we get most of our fundraising money. Actually, last year and this year, the money raised from the UJA mega drawing was used to assist with the library renovation. So we just want to big up UJA for continuing to facilitate this fundraising program to assist us. And Dervan, you might be aware, next week Wednesday is Alumni Day, which the Governor General had proclaimed about 4 years ago, celebrating alumni. So Jamani hope to be a part of the celebration. I hope we will be a part of the celebration of the Market Technical High School on Wednesday. Past students will be dedicating the devotion to past students, and past students will be taking part, led by Mr. Gary Mendes, the local chapter president. Teacher Ford Walker, who you hear her name called so often. He's actually a teacher at the school and the past student liaison officer at the school. We want to thank the principal, Reverend Dr. Austin Wright, for always accommodating our needs. Mrs. Annette McDonald for introducing, the library situation to us and continue to work and pound on us, to assist in renovating the library. She will cooperate and see whatever we want to have done. She's on the move. We want to thank, all the heads of departments, all the vice principals, and the teachers of Automatic Technical, the sports coordinators, the netball coach, football coach, all of them, because it's a holistic approach that Jamani takes, and all of these characters come together to mark the success of Automatic Alumni Association journey. We can't thank Miss Carly Lardino for the director, she, whenever I need anything, whenever I don't understand, I call on her. She's always there to answer a call and to assist us in whatever we do. And I can't go without thanking Osamarti's Alumni Association, Jamani Executive or President, Dr. Kevin Jello, Secretary Moon Clark, or Assistant Secretary Andrea Rowe, PRO Donna Campbell, Gillette Reed, Marjorie Edwards, Brown, Second Vice President, what am I leaving out? Oh, how can I forget our treasurer? We could not have done it without a dedicated team and our dedicated members and supporters, some of who remain anonymous. They do a lot, but wish not for their names to be highlighted. And we want to continue to uplift our Automatic Technical High School as the students and to do whatever we can to continue for the growth of these students and the school honor.
Well, that's sounds like you have an army of people working with, in a manner of speaking. But of course,
And we can't, I can't say thank you enough to all the beneficiaries who have continued to make us proud. Stephen Roden Jones, we have her since grade 8, and she's now finished college, we are so proud of them. We have those that move on to college, and we just want to continue to pray them up and to encourage them to continue to do well and to make a difference in society.
yes,
We're really proud of them.
yes, indeed. Well, we're proud of you and the tremendous work that you have been doing as well, and wish you and your team all the very best, and trust that the students will continue to make the most of the opportunities that they have been gifted in the arena of academia. We are encouraged, yes,
this world, we have, I can go ahead and talk about one student who came through the program, went to the heart, did HVAC and cabling. And it's actually at the school now, as part of one of the contractors, servicing the air conditioned units. Since they're not colleges, we have some that are serving, and we are so proud of that young man that he picked up. You know, he was the captain and the goalkeeper for the Manning Cup team. And to look at him now at the school, helping to working, to service the air conditioned unit at the school. What more could he ask for?
Indeed. Nothing more. You have said it all and done it too. This is the kind of energy that we need to improve our reach and play our part in making the lives of our impressionable students better with every single day.
Yes, sir. Thank
Yes.
you for having us.
It's been a pleasure.
And
Thank you.
what is said, Kabahando yesterday and the Paracel of prayer, working and studying with the total man.
Amen. Well put. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. It's been a pleasure, and we look forward to keeping in touch with the alumni, whether you be in New York or right here in Jamaica. We are ready to play our part. So we thank you. Big thank you to the Hosemati Technical High School family at home and abroad. Long may you continue to serve those who are in need. Can we thank you once again for the privilege of serving you on yet another edition of your program, Both Sides of the Story? Well, the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. Power 106 FM, making sure that we get both versions of the diaspora show, don't we? Because on one hand, there's both sides of the story of Jamaica and Jamaicans at home and abroad. And on the other hand, it's the Jamaican Diaspora live online. And we're doing what we have to do. Thank you very much. I see Dr. Dwayne Dice just popped up online, and he's big on education in Washington and elsewhere. So we say thanks to Celise Pinnock for doing her duties behind the scenes of a technical and production nature. Thanks to all our listeners and viewers all over the globe for making it the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online. All things being well, the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online returns next Saturday. Till then, this is Dervan Malcolm reminding all of us that every day is an opportunity to do better than yesterday. Take care.
Thank you for joining the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online with Dervan Malcolm, only on Power 106 FM.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now 9 o'clock.
Just great music on 106 FM.